What is it about successful people? What is it that they have in their spirit that allows them to have this strength, this power, this agility? What is it that they have in their spirit that allows them to carry themselves the way that they do? What are they riding, right? I say successful people ride horses. Maybe while the rest of us are riding, who knows, mules, donkeys, turtles, whatever we must be riding that's slowing us down. This muscle, this power, this ability that's inside of this person to get them to where they are trying to go. I do consider myself a successful person. I do know what it means to ride a horse spiritually, and I want to share some of this with you because it's a very unique way of interpreting success. So, in order to be able to face adversity, right? In order to be able to get to a place of greatness, you have to not only have a conscious image of where you're going to be, right? That means that a rational, conscious image of where you want to be. Not only do you have to have that, you have to have an unconscious image of where you want to be. Okay? This is actually the spiritual understanding of the horse that we're going to get into. This is in scriptures, it's been written about. You may not have heard it put in this present day perspective, but that's what I'm here for. So, what is it about this unconscious image? What is that? I'm going to give it to you as Martin Luther King said it. I have a dream, right? He had a dream. He was living in a time of almost impossible, what felt to be impossible conditions. He had a rational dream, right? A conscious dream that, there's something wrong with this place. African Americans are not being treated right. Look at all the injustices. It's a mathematical dream when it's conscious, meaning this is wrong, this is how it should be, right? Fine, that's a conscious dream. That is for you or I who have a goal. That's, hey, I want to be a doctor because, hey, we need doctors in the world. But for Martin Luther King, the unconscious dream, this image, right? This image of being in this successful place, it doesn't include the rational side. This is something that's got to be in your heart. It's an image that affects your heart. Mathematically, if you sat down in his time and wrote a list of all the reasons why he shouldn't do what he's trying to do and what can go wrong, it will probably be illogical. It probably was very illogical for him at that time to do what he did with all of the things that he had coming at him, including his life. He risked his life to do this. The odds were all against him. That's what I'm saying. When you want to reach a goal, you have to not only have, I'm talking about a big goal. I'm not talking about you just want to jog down the street and get your workout in or something like that. A major goal, right? These unique positions that we see people in that have reached greatness. This is what I'm talking about, what you need. Okay? Two different images, a conscious image, but more importantly, it's that spirit that gives you that strength and that power, right? It doesn't have to make logical sense, okay, to anyone but yourself. Literally, with Martin Luther King, it probably didn't make logical sense to the people around him, right? Because they're seeing, okay, well, yeah, you can do this, but you're probably going to get hung or something's going to happen to you. So no, it didn't make logical sense. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes when you're trying to reach a place, you could be talking about someone that comes from very poor conditions. If they don't have that image in their heart, right, that says, hey, I want to be a doctor or I want to be a professor, the odds are stacked up. They come from nothing. They don't have anything. Why would that make logical sense? So that dream, that's the type of dream you would have to have. That's the type of image that has that power and that strength and that agility in it. And that is what the horse spiritually represents. Another way to look at this is a mirage. This is another way to understand this image that you have to have that affects your heart. It bypasses the adversity and things that may come your way. A mirage, right? This is when you're in conditions that are terrible, deprived conditions, conditions where your life is at risk, but you see the water, right? You see a big lake of water, you see palm trees, you're seeing all of this, but it really doesn't exist. But you see it, right? Everybody around you is just like, yo, we're in the desert and we don't have any water. But you see this mirage, and the fact that you're seeing it is what gives you the power and the drive and the agility, the speed to get to it and to get through all of the conditions associated with it. So this is the spiritual horse, right? This is the horsepower that you need to have. And when other people see this, just like you have a horse, people used to use horses to round up cattle, to round up, sheep and other things. But people see this strength in you. This is the spiritual power, right? When people see this strength in you, it rounds them up. They want to be like you, right? You end up with an audience. You end up with followers, people that love you and that want to pursue, that they have that dream too, that dream in their heart. And seeing you achieve it through all of the odds, it makes them want to achieve it too. Okay, so I have a couple of different videos coming out on this spirituality of the horse and how it is explained in scripture and what we're to receive from it, and how it can help you in your everyday life. This type of information is almost like technically understanding spirituality and then being able to answer some questions you may not even have thought about for yourself. All right, thank you for listening, and I have a few more episodes on the horse coming up, so please be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.